I got a question in the chat from Harry asking, I came across the phrase need not on a practice test. What does that phrase mean conceptually, and how would I diagram that? That's an interesting question. So if, let's say, X need not require Y. Well, if X needed to require Y, that'd be easy. That'd be simple. X requires Y. But need not means it's not necessarily requiring Y. So there's no conditionality there. X could go along with Y. It could require Y, but it doesn't have to. So if it could require Y but doesn't have to, it's not really requiring Y, is it? It's simply saying that those two things do not have a purely straightforward conditional relationship. Like if you have X contributes to Y or X helps to result in Y, not the same thing as guaranteeing it, not strong enough to be a conditional. That relationship is not going to be simply with an arrow. In fact, they're saying explicitly it need not require Y. So that means that there's no arrow there. You could type, and I'll put this in the chat here, the way I would do a non-conditional, I would say X, Y, X, not arrow, Y. So I'm putting a slash through the arrow itself. X arrow Y, but with the slash meaning X doesn't require Y. Could they be together? Maybe. That's because the slash is through the arrow, not through one of the variables. And we've talked about this in the past when it comes to negating conditional statements. We covered that in a recent mastermind call, the group coaching. And so I have an article on this I'll pull up at some point and share with everybody. It's about negating conditional statements. I have a video on it inside the course as well. And I'll include those below the recording of this later too. Judy was asking about that previous example with the need not. Yeah, if you have a need not situation, you could simply not diagram anything at all. You don't have to. I put that example with the arrow and with a slash through it for those who might want to, but in practice, a non-conditional statement, I think typically is not worth diagramming. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.